Look, I'ma wake up in the AM, I'ma count my paper, and I'ma put this out. I'ma save a clip for later, and I'ma pour a 40 on the turf.
All right, so that is the best introduction to introduce my baby cousin and my pseudo little sister.
Hello. Thanks for having me
on. Episode 12 of the Brian and Joey Show. I'm here with Paige Nielsen.
Hello.
My first favorite cousin.
Definitely
I'm sorry.
The first.
I'm sorry. Well,
Maybe to
Paige,
offend the guest.
you're a guest in our apartment, so we can offend whoever we damn near well please.
Okay.
So, Paige and I have been talking about podcasting for quite a long time now.
We have.
So I want you to tell our listening viewers if you had a podcast, what would it be called?
Well, my name is Paige, and my nickname is Podge, so my podcast would be Podgecast.
Ooh, I like that.
Best name I ever heard.
All I have is the name so far.
That's a good start.
You got to start somewhere.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
got to start somewhere. Yeah. Well, Paige, I got you something. I got you a present. Where'd I put it? You smoke stogies?
No, I don't.
No? Well, here's a Cuban cigar anyway, and you can have it. Welcome to New Jersey.
Thank you. Excited to be in my hometown.
Hometown.
Home
Yeah,
state?
I live in New Jersey.
Oh, you do? Then
Yeah.
welcome home. You can't have this.
You could have it back.
All right.
Joey, that was really nice of you.
It was
Yeah,
really
that was.
nice.
I appreciate you welcoming my family with open arms.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Way to make me look like a scumbag.
Well, I mean, your presence is a gift in its own.
Yeah.
So we have.
You.
What happened?
Why am I hearing some background? You got something playing on the computer?
Yeah.
He does. So it kind of came through though. Well, that's nice. It worked a little bit. I'm like hearing my own voice, but different words. So Paige, we have a bunch of topics to talk about.
All right, let's get right to it.
First and foremost, we're family, right?
Yep.
So, do you have any embarrassing family stories that you'd like to tell the world?
Ooh, I love these.
Ooh,
I
oh my
love
gosh.
these.
Any embarrassing family
ballsy,
stories?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, let's get interesting.
Yeah, we're
I
trying to
don't know
get
if
we're
I
trying to
can-
get weird real
I wanna
early.
know
I
who
gotta
you
think
are.
about it real fast.
All right, I got one.
For me? Okay.
Do you recall Easter?
Wait, hold up. Is this an embarrassing story about yourself
Uh,
or Paige?
It has to do with me, but I look heroic.
Okay.
I look heroic in this.
Let me hear it.
I don't
Do
even
you know
where
what
you're
story I'm
going.
talking about?
I don't know where you're going with this.
Easter Sunday,
Okay.
somewhere between 2002 and 2007.
Big gap, but all right.
Well, I mean, it's only 5 years. I don't think that's really that big. When you get a little bit older, the years they go faster.
They blend.
They blend together, right?
What are you,
Yeah.
80?
It's not funny. You know how old I am.
I'm 24 apparently.
So,
According to Sacco
so
Subs.
we're at your house for Easter,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a candle, and the candle begins to ignite a flame on the wood table, right?
Yes, now it's coming back.
Now it's all coming back to you.
Yep.
And I, as a little fire alarm, say, fire? And then someone came and ran out and put it out.
Yeah.
That's it.
You're a hero. That was a good story.
Thank you. Round of applause, please. Cue round of applause.
Who started the fire?
The candle did.
But who knocked the candle over?
Oh, I don't know. I don't really think. I think what happened was the candle. There was like paper near the candle, and the paper caught on fire, and then the table caught on fire. Are you accusing me of setting fire to the table?
I don't know. Why would you bring this story up otherwise?
It was really the first family story that came to mind.
Okay.
It
because-
sounds like maybe you started the fire so that you could then save everyone from this fire.
Yeah,
and
you're
go down in
selfish.
history as the hero.
Right. You're a
Alright.
master.
Okay, I think we're
manipulator.
about out of time. Thanks for coming. I'll see you guys later. What other stuff that I wanted to talk? Did you have any topics for us tonight, Paige?
Did I have any topics? This is your podcast. I'm
I
just
know,
going with
I
it.
know,
Just
What
I
do
going.
you do?
I know.
What's your story, Paige?
What's my story? Let's see. I'm a preschool teacher.
Wow.
So
God bless.
there you go. That's
So,
what I do.
what does the day in life of a preschool teacher look like?
Stressful. And
You just wake up and you're stressed.
yes,
All right,
instantly have a pit as soon as I start my day.
Let's start out at the beginning. What's your coffee routine like in the morning?
I'm a Dunkin' girl.
Ooh.
Iced coffee all the time.
Oh my god.
Are you guys like a Starbucks?
Venter coffee.
That was good. I had that earlier.
Yeah, she got the zombie cure at
I
Venter
did.
Coffee today.
They're putting a Dunkin' right down the street here.
That's good.
Yeah, it's not ready yet though.
So okay,
Yeah.
so you have your Dunkin' every morning. You go to Dunkin'?
Well, lately, yes, because you can win prizes from the large coffees.
Or what have you won so far?
I won a donut and a muffin.
What?
Dang.
Now, how many coffees did you have to buy before you won a single donut?
2.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's actually not that bad.
Yes.
That's a little bit of an incentive. You know, you buy 2 coffees, you get one free donut.
But maybe Paige is just really lucky, you know? Have you ever played the McDonald's
don't know me.
Monopoly game?
No, I haven't, but I'm actually not a lucky person. I have really bad luck, actually.
You do actually have pretty bad luck. Bad luck, bad sense of direction.
Yeah,
Wow.
terrible.
On her way here, she was in New York State.
It's not
She's
true.
from New Brunswick.
No,
Oh, my
it's
God.
not true. I actually didn't get lost once coming here today.
I got a bad sense of direction too. I got no Lewis and Clark in me whatsoever.
0.
You have a GPS, though?
I do.
There you go.
Thank God for those.
Mm-hmm. You
Thank
just
God.
can't understand what it's saying to her. All right, so Paige, I guess really the meat and the potatoes of what I thought would be interesting to our viewers, having you come out here. Paige came out. Paige is gay, and so let's start with a little bit of a backstory first. So me and Paige are super close, right?
Yeah.
So I get a call one time when I was staying with my brother from Paige.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the phone rings, the phone rings, the phone rings. I pick it up. I'm like, hey, what's up? She's like, Brian, I really need to talk to you about something. And I'm like,
Uh-oh.
I'm like, my mind's
She's
going
pregnant.
Exactly, Jay. That's exactly what I thought.
That is
I was
what
like,
a lot of people thought.
I was like,
Right.
fuck, she's pregnant. And how old were you at the time?
21.
So this is what, 3 years ago?
No, 2. So it's been 2 years.
Really? I
ago
feel like it's been
came
longer
out.
than that. 2
Yeah,
years
it
ago?
feels longer, but yeah, it's been 2 years now.
Okay, so we, so I get this call sometime 2 years. Do you remember when this was specifically? What month?
Trying to think, it was probably it'll be coming on my 2 years coming out in November, so almost 2 years. So it was probably around that time,
Mm-hmm.
November, a couple years ago.
Okay. Now, is there any sort of because I'm absolutely ignorant to the gay community as a whole, right?
Okay.
Joe's not at all. He knows a lot of firefighters. So I'm completely ignorant.
Okay, wait, hold on. Clarify. A lot of gay firefighters out there? Is that what?
Well, I mean, that's what the shirt says.
Okay, yeah, but you said he knows a lot of firefighters.
Haven't you seen Chuck and Larry?
That's a good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Continue.
Well, I mean, that's really all. That's
Okay.
as far as it goes.
Okay.
So, is there like any sort of like anniversary or something like that? Like, do you celebrate your coming out date as if it's like a birthday or some sort of rebirth
Like a
or something like
like a
that?
so-
Yeah,
sober
so
date.
I did celebrate the first one,
Okay.
where I came out and went back to the spot I was, which is at a karaoke bar. So last year I actually sang I'm Coming Out.
What?
Gay.
Literally. Yeah, I did. Yeah. And I said, so it'll be going, this is my 1 year. And then I started to sing.
Really?
That's awesome.
Came off the stage, got a standing ovation.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Are you a
Very
singer?
nice.
No, I was terrible, but
But you're a big karaoke.
I'm a
So
big karaoke.
wait, so that's how you came out? You sang this song?
No, she celebrated
No.
her 1 year that
yeah.
way.
But it was at a karaoke bar that I came out to all my friends. So.
How did that go? Like, did you were all just hanging out, or did you invite them out, or?
No, so it was Thanksgiving Eve. So the night before Thanksgiving, we're all had a few drinks and
I love Thanksgiving Eve.
yeah.
It's great.
Did you jump up on
It's
the bar
literally
like,
my
I
favorite
have
holiday.
an announcement?
No, it was more just me hysterically crying, telling them not very happy, but just yeah, that's how I came out to my friends. And then after that, it just kind of happened. I came out to my family. That's
Right.
when Brian got the call, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that call, and I was like, "Oh shit!" And like I'm thinking, like when I heard Brian, I need to talk to you, or I have something to tell you, as I think is what you said. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, like Paige, whatever this is, we'll figure it out. Like this is what I'm thinking in my head.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm gay, and I'm like, oh, fucking thank God.
God.
What a relief.
I was like, there could have been so many things that this could have been like a bad conversation. I'm like, all right, awesome, cool, like do you know what I mean? This
Yeah.
is you know,
Yeah.
like I don't know what am I
Yeah.
supposed to do? Throw a party? This is like a strange thing. Just like okay, like
yeah,
be
that was
you,
the
you know.
consensus pretty much for everyone was kind of
Most
like
people
cool.
took it good.
Yeah,
Did
everyone.
anyone take it badly?
No, so none of my friends, none of my family has had a problem with it, luckily.
Good.
So
Yeah.
yeah, any ignorance that I've had has been from like complete strangers.
Yeah.
So,
Really?
yeah.
Like in real life or like
Yeah.
on the internet or something?
Yeah, no, in real life. So my worst story would be I had a kid in my class last year, and his mom, I guess her son had been hugging one of the other boys in my class a little bit too much for her liking.
These are students of yours, not like
Yes.
taking class. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And the mom had come up to me and said, you know, I noticed that my son has been hugging this other boy in class a lot, and I don't like that. We saw 2 boys in the mall like a week ago kissing, and my son will not be like that. I do not tolerate gay people or she doesn't know anything about my personal life. She doesn't know that I'm gay, you know, but that was the worst experience I've had.
It's troublesome to see how ignorant somebody could be and be like openly ignorant to a random person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they have no idea who you are when they feel comfortable enough to like just like bleed this ignorance out to somebody they don't even know.
Mm-hmm. So that was the extent of it, or did you like be like?
Yeah, like so in that situation, I would have loved to have like gone off on this woman, obviously, but I like my job, so I chose not to, and that was probably one of the harder times for me. I would say was having to deal with that.
Right.
So.
And her kid's still there?
Yeah, not in my class anymore.
Do you like not let him have recess?
Yeah, he totally gets punished because of his mom.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that's cool though that was your only bad.
Yeah.
If that was your worst experience, then I would say shit. You know.
Yeah, that's true.
People don't have the balls to like do that shit in real life.
Yeah, well, I mean, we live in a different day and age, but I mean, at the same time, it's like still it's definitely cool that you have a supporting and loving family.
Yes,
I mean, that had to have making it.
Yeah.
You know,
and I think
easier.
Yeah, and I think I knew that everyone in my life was going to be like completely fine with it.
Right,
so
but I'm sure it's still a little I don't know, nerve-wracking.
For sure, yeah, it's
whatever
definitely
you wanna
stressful.
call it.
But
so that's cool. Brian, did you have any idea, or was it
No clue?
like
Absolutely no
news to
clue.
you? Yeah.
Right out of left field.
yeah,
Okay.
I think I blindsided a few people for sure. But I think a lot of my friends had an idea just because I was always kind of weird with guys. So,
Okay.
you know, Brian wasn't around me when I was like dating, I guess you could say, or
Right,
like
no.
in that situation. So
Right. So what I'm really interested in is like what was the process directly before coming out, like what that was like for you, you know? So was it? I guess the best way to start this was what was it like 6 months prior?
like just I was anxious all the time. I had like the worst anxiety,
Right.
because I just knew that like I had to do it. Like I don't know, you just feel like overwhelmed. I just felt constantly overwhelmed all the time, just thinking about when I was going to do it, how I was going to do it, who I was going to tell first, how they would react. Like just like every thought that I could think of was just running through my mind. That it's just stressful experience.
Yeah,
but
sure.
I mean, I wasn't like, I would say only until like the first month. It was like something I thought about like right before I came out, like the month before was when I would just think about it like every single day.
So that was like the worst part was like directly the month directly preceding.
So you had actually planned on it.
I mean, like I didn't know when I would do it, but I just knew that like it had to be
At
done
some point.
soon.
Why did you like have a girlfriend at the time?
No, so I actually had never dated a girl before I came out. So, but it was just something I always knew. But my girlfriend now is actually in the process of coming out. She's still.
Yeah, that's got to be tough. I would assume if you didn't think you had like family support or you're just, I mean, nervous, anxiety, you know, I definitely know what it feels like to be walking around like knowing you're hiding something, and it's terrible. You feel like you're living like a double life, and that's just like it's a horrible fucking feeling to have.
It's like being so secretive all the time, and like you're telling a lie, and it's not that it's hurting anyone, but it's just you feel
like
guilty.
a fraud.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not
You
you're
feel
not
like
being
true to
you.
yourself.
Yeah.
exactly.
So do you anymore? Obviously, you're gay, so you like girls. Like, does any part of you still like guys? Like, do you ever see a guy and you're like, hey, it's a serious question.
No, because no part of me ever did feel like that towards
Really?
a guy. Yeah,
So you've never seen a guy and been like, oh, he's cute.
Oh yeah, I mean for sure. I have thought guys are attractive, but
Right.
you know, it doesn't really go beyond that for me. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. No, okay.
It's like the same way that you would like look at an attractive guy and be like, "Oh, he's an attractive guy."
Well, because that's one thing that's always been hard for me.
Yeah, let's
Right?
let's get into it.
Go ahead,
I
Jordan.
don't know. I just never understood that part. Like, you know, obviously, I'm attracted to females, right?
Yeah.
I can recognize a handsome man. You know, like for instance,
Thank
handsome
you.
Dan. Shout out.
Thank you.
Um,
Brian. It's Brian.
handsome Brian too.
Yes.
But when it comes to like sexually, like I don't know, like I can't imagine it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, and that makes
It's
sense.
because you're not gay.
Yeah.
I guess so. I guess so.
Are you mad that you're not gay?
No, but I don't know. I'm mad that I don't understand.
Right.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Like,
I understand that. Not being able to understand something.
but for you, it's the opposite. Like you're attracted to females, but you'll see guys like you'll notice they're attractive, but
Yeah.
you won't actually like.
I don't want to act on it, I
Yeah.
guess you could say. But
Very
I can
interesting.
appreciate an attractive guy.
Thank you.
Hmm.
Fuck. Is this thing on? Whoa, rough crowd. Rough crowd. Okay, so we were at like what it was like immediately before. So night of, right? It's Thanksgiving Eve, 2016. What song's playing?
What song's playing? I don't know.
What does the room smell
I
like?
could just hear.
Where were you? That's a
I
better
was in
question.
a bar. I was in a bar in New
Where-
Brunswick.
Okay, Brunswick.
Yeah, right
Mhm.
by Rutgers, and it was a karaoke bar, and that's when it just happened. It just was like consumed me, I guess. And I had told my sister the week before.
So was Lizzie the first person to know?
Yeah, so my sister was the first person that I told, and
Okay.
once I saw her reaction, I was like, all right,
Like,
this
I'm
is
good.
fine. Yeah. Well, actually, the first person I told was an ex-boyfriend 2
Really?
years prior. Yeah.
So you told somebody 2 years prior?
Yeah, so I had said to him, like,
Oh,
I don't-
I did not notice.
yeah, so I was like, I don't know how I'm feeling about this anymore. Like, I really think I'm gay. And he was like, I think it's a phase, but if you feel like you need to figure it out, you can. And I was like, no, like, it's not a phase. Like, I'm gay. Like, I'm sorry that I need
It's a
to break
peculiar
up
thing to
with you.
say to somebody.
Yeah, so he was like, okay, well, I'll, like, good luck. And then a year later, I had another boyfriend. So, but he kept my secret, and I appreciate him for that. But
Right. Oh, yeah, definitely.
then I told my sister. She was the first, like, real person, I guess you could say, that I told.
Yeah, because the ex-boyfriend was definitely a fake person.
Yes.
So
But you always knew you were into women.
Yeah,
like, as
so-
far back as you can remember, or
Yeah, I would say, like, 8th grade, I knew something was weird. I didn't exactly know what it was at the time,
Mhm.
but something felt off.
Hmm.
And I wasn't thinking of, like, boys in the same way that my friends were, or, like, something just didn't
Right.
feel right. And then I saw a movie,
What movie was it?
Lost and Delirious, it was called, with the girl from Cheaper by the Dozen, Piper.
Parabo. She's
Yeah.
from my hometown. We went to the same high school.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I could tell her thank you for me.
I don't know her like that.
But
You
yeah,
wouldn't.
I saw that movie. It was about lesbians, and
Coyote Ugly.
yes, it's a good one too. And
So you saw the movie.
yeah,
So
and then I kind of
you were like, oh, that's
woke
me.
something up in me.
So what do you think? Like because like obviously like gayness. Is like such a big thing nowadays. You know what I mean? Like it's not.
I think
it's not weird to be gay. There's a lot of gay people, and there's movies with
I
gay,
love
people
gay people.
and all this stuff. So like it's. I don't want to say it's easy, but like there's precedent. You know. So
Yeah.
What do you think if that wasn't there? Like people back in like, you know, maybe 1905 that felt this way, but they didn't see like Piper
Parabo.
on the movie. You know what I mean? So what do
Yeah.
they just think? That,
I think it's definitely not as hard as it was before, but like I said, I don't think that I was ever worried about anyone having a problem with it. I think it was more of like an internal thing. Like I was pretending to be someone for so long,
Mhm.
and I just had to like let that part of me go, and like that was kind of challenging. Like I was like this other person for 21 years.
yeah.
So
I think, and I don't know, I could be wrong, but I think that more people are more accepting towards gay women versus gay men, if that makes any sense. I just feel like a lot of people have this like general idea of women that most women are at least bisexual. You know what I mean?
Really?
So, yeah. I think, I'm not saying that that's how I think. I'm saying I think that's how the general idea of most people. Like I bet you back then, I don't know if like who's to say if there's just more gay people now than there were back then, but I bet you there's definitely a lot more people that have come out because
Yeah.
it's just we just live in a different day and age. Like the world, I feel in some aspects is more acceptable than it was. Like back then, you probably, weren't going to feel as comfortable as you would now coming out. I bet you there was a lot more gay men that had to hide it or felt like they needed to hide it. You know?
Yeah, you're
You
right.
understand what I'm
It's
saying?
It's not as weird to see like two girls hooking up as it is two guys.
See, the real strange thing to me is you know, you don't really read it in your like school like history book, but it was like a known fact, like back in ancient Roman times, like bisexuality was like the norm. Monogamy was also not the norm too. Like people were, you know, having intercourse with everybody. You know, there wasn't like this, you know, one relationship thing. It was, you know, like a guy would have a wife and then 30 other women.
Mm-hmm.
And but he would also have
And guys too, though. Like
yeah, they'd have boyfriends. They used to have these like
they would just get in the pool, whatever it was called.
bathtub. Yeah, they had these like bathtubs and have orgies.
Yeah.
So I don't know like what.
And eat fruit off plates. Like talk about a life, dude. Send it.
I don't
Oh
know.
my
I
God.
wonder where. I wonder if it had anything to do with like the advent of Christianity. Well, I mean, Christians were the norm back then too. I assume, right? Like in ancient Roman times was.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know when.
Pompeii.
I don't know when my
Well-
time period is, but like somewhere along the line, like that changed. You know,
Yeah. I'm not sure when or why, but
Stat Boy, look it up.
right.
Okay, I will.
Yeah, but if if you look at like the Greek gods and stuff like that, like you're right. There's a lot of that stuff that goes on.
What am I looking at? When did homosexuality start?
What do you mean, what
Did you say homosexuality?
Oh my God.
No, look up like when did it first start to become not socially acceptable? Like when was that? Like because there had to be a gap at some point, you know what I mean? Like there was like it was cool, it wasn't cool, and now it's cool again.
Was it Romans that had Pompeii?
That would yes.
Yeah, because that was a big thing, and then they got blown up.
It was a volcano. They
Yeah.
got blown up.
But
They got melted.
they got melted into the earth.
Is that
along
true?
with their sexuality.
Okay. Is that accurate?
I think
Where'd you read that?
Latin class 26 years ago.
Nice.
All right, so moving forward, right? All right, so we're at the night, right? So you're at some karaoke bar, right? And you said it just kind of came out.
What's the name of the bar?
Yeah, we need the full setting.
What's the
Can
name
you,
of the bar? Wow.
Yeah, paint us
Can't
a
even
picture.
think of the name of the bar anymore.
Okay. Sorry, I keep.
Is that bad?
Did this
I
even
should probably
happen,
know
Paige?
I should probably know the name of the bar, but I can't even think of it right now.
Okay.
should I Google it? What bar did Paige?
Come on.
I'm sure it's on there.
Okay, that's fine.
Snap,
sure it's
Snapple
on there.
facts.
So then, okay,
The night of.
the night of.
Yeah.
All right, talk about the night of.
So just all of my friends were kind of like, yeah, we know. Like,
Oh.
thank you for telling us. Finally, it's about time.
So they were waiting.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I think anyone that you're really close to and spend like that much time with can have an idea. Like,
Yeah.
we're close, but we don't see each other as often
Right.
as I see my best friends. You know, so
Mm-hmm.
they had an idea. My mom had an idea. My dad was completely blindsided and had no idea.
Shocker.
Yeah.
He is by most things, so that didn't really come as a surprise.
Well, kind
Burn,
of
Rich,
like you were
burn.
saying. I think, dude. Like guys, like, if a guy's like gay, right? Most people, a lot of people can tell, generally speaking. But a girl that's lesbian, it's not always easy to tell.
Right.
Like,
Right.
because I've known girls that were lesbians young or whatever, like bisexual, and ended up having boyfriends and having kids and stuff like that. Like, so I don't know. It's harder to tell. I feel like with girls, maybe.
Yeah, I think in some cases, but
Some
then there are
cases.
some guys, I mean,
Yeah,
that you can't tell either. I
Right.
think
That's
it's
true.
just a
That's true.
case by case thing.
yeah, you're
Mhm.
probably right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so you come out to your friends, right?
Yes.
So what immediately happens after this? Is there some sort of like freeing feeling? You say you're
Yeah,
crying.
I
Like
felt
what was that
better.
like?
Like a lot of crying, a lot of emotions,
Mhm.
just like
Any Jaeger bombs?
a lot of alcohol mostly, and then
Right.
went home. Just felt like continuing it by telling my mom.
You did this immediately after you got home from the
I
bar?
got home and I said, Mom, I just need it. Like, because it was just one of those things where I was like, I just need to, like,
Yeah.
now that it's coming out, I need to just, like,
Let it all out. Yep.
So then the next day I told a few
Right.
relatives, and on Thanksgiving,
Did you
So.
tell me before Thanksgiving? I don't even remember.
I don't know if I did. I just know that there was a lot of phone calls involved and a
Right.
lot of, like,
Mm-hmm.
and then I told my dad a week after.
Right.
Then everyone pretty much knew at that point.
Hey, Bride, you hear Paige is gay? Yes, Uncle Richard.
Yeah.
Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Really?
No, I'm just
No.
fucking around.
What did he say? Like, what was his response? It was like, cool. Like,
Yeah, well, he got up and walked out of the house and came back and said, "I'm just messing around."
Oh, really?
So-
Oh,
Really?
that's awesome. Well,
Yeah.
that's cool that they could,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know,
They-
have fun with it. You know,
He didn't care. No one cared. So I got really lucky. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I have two of my cousins are gay. They're both women, and that was the same thing. I mean, when they came out, we were just like, yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool. You know, like what do
Yeah.
we like?
Party.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
party.
As we were.
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. And I realize not every family's like that. So you know,
yeah, there are
I,
definitely families that aren't as accepting, and I can't imagine. But I'm
yeah.
very lucky. So
Right. That's a beautiful thing.
So when did you get into your first relationship with a woman? That's what I want to hear about. I want to hear about the butterflies of the first relationship,
Yeah.
how it started, how you got hooked up.
So
Yada, yada, yada.
I met
Details.
her
And more.
online. Yeah,
Dudes.
I met her online, and then
Online, how?
Tinder.
Plenty of.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I
Okay,
met her on
okay.
Tinder, and we went on our first date, and it was just like the best feeling to not to be out with someone that I was actually interested in for once. And after that, it just kind of progressed, and we ended up, the first girl I talked to ended up being my first girlfriend. So it, I jumped into it kind of fast, but it felt nice and it felt
Right.
good at the time. And it was good until it wasn't, but I guess that's like any relationship. So it was nice to experience. Like, I'll always be grateful to her because I was able to experience all of those things finally. And she was the person that kind of like helped me realize that,
Right.
what a real relationship was supposed to feel like.
That's
So,
awesome.
Yeah, because I mean, I have to imagine if you're gay and you're in a relationship with, like, for you, with a male, it's not like a real relationship because you always feel like you're kind of hiding
Yeah.
something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it just didn't like get all of those butterfly feelings. I didn't,
Right.
it wasn't for me, obviously. So,
Yes, that's an
But-
understatement.
Not your cup of tea.
Not your cup of tea.
yeah. But so, I mean, that relationship ended, but like I said, I am grateful because it did help me realize a lot of what I needed and what I wanted in a relationship. So,
Now, okay, so after that, right? Were we single for a little while?
yes, I was single for a year,
That's
I would
it?
say. Yeah.
You move quick, don't you?
Yeah. And I guess I dated a little, like went on dates and just kind of
The plot thickens.
played the field a little bit, and then fast forward, now I'm in another relationship.
Now this is the second.
Yeah, this is the second
Okay.
girl that I've been in a relationship
Right.
with. So.
So now,
Is she the one?
I-
You don't have to. I was just kidding. You don't have to answer.
It's a little early, but
Yeah, I'm sorry.
really, I've definitely never felt like this before. I will say, she's.
Are you guys swingers?
Definitely
cousin,
not
bro.
swingers?
You asked that.
it's my baby cousin.
Oh.
So are you?
You caught me. No, I'm not a swinger.
All right. So now you briefly stated, and if you don't want to get into this, that's cool. But if you do, I'd like to. So you said she's not out, right?
Yeah, so she's not out
Okay.
yet. She's in the process of coming out or coming out to a few people. So
Okay.
it's nice to be able to help someone else go through it. I know what she's going through, and I like being there for her for it. And
Right. So her parents don't know.
no one knows right now. So
Have you ever met them before?
I have not met them.
Really?
I haven't. So it's interesting to be, dealing with that, but I really care about her, and she's like the best person I've
Right.
ever met, and I'm happy to be here for her. And I've always told her she needs to go at her own pace and do it how she needs to do it, and
Right. Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm just happy to be here for her through it.
So how long have you been with her?
So since like the end of May, so it hasn't been all that long, but
So she's kind of a different situation than you were because you hadn't had a girlfriend.
yeah.
You came out before ever doing that, and she's
Yeah.
got she has a girlfriend and hasn't come out. So
Yeah.
Now, are you the first woman she's had a relationship with?
From my understanding, no. I don't know if it's been like a relationship, but I
Right.
think she's been with other girls, but
Okay.
yeah.
Interesting. Well, that's awesome that you're not putting any sort of timeline.
Yeah, you can't. I wouldn't have wanted it to be happening to me like that way. So
Right.
I would be unfair of me to to do that to someone else.
Yeah, 100%. Definitely not.
So I know that when she does come out, it'll be because it's something that she wanted to do.
Right, and on her timeline.
I want that for her. So, yeah.
Interesting. So now, what's next for Paige?
What's next for me? Oh gosh, I don't know. I guess just
Sky's the limit.
chugging along.
Well, you
That's
got some
really
cool
it.
stuff coming up. You're going back to school, right?
Yeah, I'm headed back to school.
And
so
what courses are we going to be taking?
I'm
Where are you
not-
going to school?
I don't know yet. I'm just figuring that all out right now.
Do we know what?
It's online school because I need to keep working full time. So
Yeah, I hear
that's
you.
the plan right now.
Now, what's the major going to be? We're not sure about that yet.
Still education, still going through with that path,
Okay.
but that's pretty much it. School, work.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you would want to teach?
Yeah, definitely. I love what I'm doing right now, and if I could stick with that, that's what I want to do.
What
Same
kind of
age.
age group you
Yeah.
thinking?
Maybe kindergarten, first grade, somewhere
You'd be
in
an
that.
awesome
area.
kindergarten teacher.
You think so?
Oh,
I hope.
definitely.
Yeah, I could
Yeah.
definitely
Personality,
see you being
totally.
good with kids. So, I mean, you got to be.
Pa-
You got to have some kind of
patience.
patience, tolerance, all that because
It's
I don't
challenging.
know. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
I couldn't imagine doing that for a living. No way.
Yeah, it's hard. You have to be like built for it, I think. But
Right. And want to do it and
Mhm.
want to, really want to teach. And because, like, I noticed in my job, it's some sort of a mentorship process.
Mhm.
So, I'll have some sort of mentor role with guys for a certain period of time. And it's like, all right, then they get to here, right? Like the level you want them to be at.
Mhm.
And as soon as that happens, they're gone. And then a new kid comes in, and now you're at square one again. And then you get them up to where they're supposed to be,
So you're basically a teacher.
I guess. Teacher of like life skills and stuff like that. But like once you get someone to the point of where you want them to be, they leave, right? And then you got another one, you do the same thing. Another
Next
one,
grade.
same thing. Another one, same thing.
Yeah.
And it's like fuck.
Well,
You
do
know,
you
it's just like this
do you
never-ending
enjoy
cycle.
it?
I enjoy aspects of it.
I feel like teacher, like I have never thought or come close to being a teacher. Like it's just never been.
Really?
Yeah. Well, thanks.
I don't know you that well, but
Yeah.
I can tell
but
by the
it's just-
Pornhub shirt, probably not.
Burn.
Yeah.
Burn.
So, I'm not a teacher.
I thought about it for a minute, like just being like a substitute teacher. You know,
I could see you as a substitute teacher. Just
am I like the
that.
typical
Yeah.
substitute teacher kind of guy? What's up?
But I feel
I'm
like
Mis-
people that
I'm
are
Mr. M.
teachers, they, like you said, they're built for it. Like you got to want to be a teacher.
Yeah,
You
you
gotta
have to
seek
see the
that
bigger
out.
picture, you
Yeah.
know? So that's what I've always thought
Yeah,
of.
that's cool.
I
Yeah.
love it, though, and I'm excited to continue on with it. And
Yeah, good for you.
yeah,
Happy for you.
thank you. I appreciate it.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Well, I think we're gonna wrap it up because we got a comedy show we're going to see tonight.
Comedy.
So
Yes.
we're going out to the AC Jokes, I think is what it's called, and one of the comedians, Mike Merck, is going to be a guest on the podcast sometimes here in the near future. I think I scheduled it, but I don't remember what date.
All right, cool. Hope he gets back
So I hope he gets back.
to you.
No. I think I scheduled it. I just don't remember what the
Okay.
date is off the top of my head.
Cool. Shout out to Mike Merck.
Mikey Merck, he's very funny. If you're ever in AC, you should go see him. He's got a great show. I want to thank Shore Stones Jewelry for sponsoring this podcast as well as all of our other podcasts. You can find her jewelry at etsy.com/shop/Shore Stones NJ. And if you haven't signed up yet for the 5K Hustle for Henny race out in Chester Springs, Pennsylvania, you can go on Facebook, runsignup.com, and find the Hustle for Henny. And Paige, I want to really thank you for being very open and honest with us tonight. I'm sure this
Absolutely.
wasn't an easy thing to do.
Absolutely.
It's always kind of intimidating when you have a microphone
Yeah,
like up in your
definitely.
face, people asking you personal questions.
Yeah.
So I think
Yeah.
you killed it.
Thank
Yeah.
you,
You really-
guys. I
definitely killed it.
appreciate.
It's been a pleasure having you on.
Thanks for
coming.
having me. It was a lot of
Absolutely.
fun.
Absolutely.
So when can we tell the Brian and Joey show viewers when the podcast is going to become a thing?
Well, after this experience, I'm definitely going to try and get the ball rolling a little bit.
You think so?
A little bit faster. Yeah, I enjoy doing this. It's definitely fun. So
It's fantastic.
when I know,
you can
you'll
have us
know.
on and
Okay.
interview us about being
Yeah.
straight.
If we could help out,
I would love to know what that experience
that's
is like.
actually that's actually not a bad idea. I kind of like where your head's at.
Yeah.
Get it?
I'll have you guys on as soon as you'll be my first guest. Definitely.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, if we could help out in any way by getting that started or whatever,
Yeah.
man, we're here. So.
All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks
Cool.
for the support and the love.
No, we love you, Paige.
Love
lots
you
and
guys.
lots and lots.
Love you,
Yo.
love you, Paige.
Thanks, guys.
I'ma save a clip for later, and I'ma pour a